Well, let's get into the dailies that we have for today. And on the front page of the daily graphic, it says, ensuring completion of national projects, NDPC steps in. We also have Northeastern University holds 5th Global Leadership Summit in Accra. Did you hear the erstwhile President Mahama saying that when he comes back into office, he will not commence any new projects till all
he's going to
projects
complete all existing projects.
It's a fantastic promise, but I don't know. I mean, if he is able to pull it off, that would be a first.
You know, for me,
that would be a first.
President Mahama has been there before. And we don't know what is going to happen next year, you know, and I really would want to see some changes because he has been there. If he will be given the nod, I really would want to believe that he already knows certain things, certain mistakes that he probably made in the past that cost him, you know, and these are some of the things. Look, we are no longer in the era where people expect Gary Olonka and beans and then you buy our minds and all that. We have moved on from there.
We
now,
really have.
Young people are very much interested in politics, you know, and thank God for social media. We can tell what is happening in elsewhere, you know, I mean, what happens elsewhere, and we demand our own share of development, of good governance.
Absolutely.
And so, really, if the former president is promising this, it's a fantastic idea. But we will remind him, should he be there sometime, you know.
We'll remind him, well, ECG disconnects power to Keta vaccine storage. Medicines risk going waste. Okay. Elembele's Nations Oil Hub. Residents appeal for one district, one factory. And if they do get it, I hope it's an actual oil refinery. You know, because for me, we can't do this sort of thing to ourselves where every day we are playing with the raw things and selling the raw things.
Exactly.
So,
that's why we're not making money in this country, because we don't add value to anything.
Yesterday's cocoa story, there was a headline that was saying that Cocoa Board was talking to the EU to review prices. It's like, wow, this is how bad it is. The person who's buying is the one who determines the price.
But that is it. And that is what is affecting our cocoa farmers and all our farmers in general. You know, it's the buyer's market. So you invest so much into your farm and everything. By the end of the day, I decide, you know, middlemen are also involved in all that, and so they determine the price that they want to pay. Very unfortunate, but it is what it is. Right, let's move on to the Ghanaian Times. Ministerial nominees, majority-minority tango over approval as debate ends abruptly. FDA pushes government's industrialization agenda with progressive licensing scheme, comes to the photograph of CEO of the FDA, Dr. Adilis Mimi Darko. NDC remains committed to restoring hope, strengthening economy. And this is coming from Dr. Dofo. Asian African Consortium rally support for Ghana's Rice Project. And custom officer, 2 others accused of stealing gold, remanded.
The Chronicle has these headlines. Excited Volta chiefs at Jubilee House to thank Akufo-Addo for allowing them to host Independence Day. Mahama is speaking. He says Ghana needs a long-term development plan to bind all governments. I think we need to review things to the extent where there's no way any government can wiggle out of, you know, following the National Development Plan. We really need to get to that
Why didn't he do it when he had a chance?
No, he's saying that now. It's like all the other things he's saying. Like,
you see,
I'm
asking.
Remember what I brought up
exactly,
just
I'm
now?
asking this question because when leaders are in opposition, they have all the ideas. They know exactly what will move Ghana forward. But when they have the opportunity to do so, is the story
don't worry.
the same?
Right now, we are looking at things. We are doing screenshots of the newspapers.
I can do the screenshot of the newspaper, but see if the anthem is, when the anthem is in Ethiopia, senior, you take you keep the screenshot in your gallery, you know. Anyway.
Dufour says there's hope for Ghana, and Sexy Don Don, it converts to Islam. You know Sexy Don Don?
I know Sexy Don Don.
Okay.
I know Sexy Don Don, but one of the few celebrities we have
I know, right?
in the courts.
Yeah, gold for oil has significantly driven down market prices. This is coming from MPA. And of course, the Chronicle always has a scripture for you today. It says, let the elders who rule well be considered worthy of double honor. And this is coming from 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 17.
You know, I watched NR yesterday, and
Yeah.
I saw Dr. Dufo, file his nomination and all that, and he addressing the media and all that. And one thing just came to mind. I felt like, okay, Dr. Dufo is, if you're doing Ghana politics, actually you need vim power because we are not gentle like that.
No.
He's such a fine gentleman, and I'm like, Charlie, because when he was talking about,
what the who be Jim?
So he was talking about we'll send the elephant into the bush, and he was speaking so calmly and gently, and I was like, Anyway, special good morning to Dr. Adufo. Now we move over to the Finder. China offers Ghana hope, says it attaches great importance to resolving Ghana's debt issues. Cultivate virtues of tolerance, devotion, and discipline during Ramadan. President inspires Muslims. I will serve NDC and Ghana diligently. This is Dr. Dufo speaking. NPA refused claims gold for oil fuel selling at higher prices.
All right. We have the Republic Press here. And it says here, #1 in court. And he makes the 33rd appearance. Dufo silences critics as he files nominations to contest Mahama. Confanoche Hospital blocks IT system to disallow social media access at work. Okay. Yeah. Man 59 grabbed for defiling 12-year-old girl. Yeah, I hope they slam him behind bars quickly. 2023 Green Ghana Day, Eastern Region to plant 600,000 trees. Farouk Mahama makes case for Baumia. Those are the headlines on the front page of the Republic Press.
Now we move on to the new weekend crusading guide. Mahama flays terrorist judgment, says we must also uphold human rights, including freedom of expression, and not be describing some journalists as terrorists. Decentralizing local governance, I will involve chiefs, Alan promises Nairi. NPP Germany readies to welcome Second Lady, Her Excellency Samira Baumia, as she delivers keynote address at Youth Summit. Agric Minister calls Thailand rice investors to prioritize Ghana. Now, philanthropist Elvis Esiedu bids Elvimat to tackle housing deficiency. Volta Chiefs chair Akufo-Addo for celebrating Independence Day in their region.
All right, the Inquisitor has these headlines, and that's my final paper. Loud and clear to mischief makers. I'm not scheming to partner Baumia. Napo sets record straight. Now, this is a very interesting one for me. Because you see, he says, I am not scheming to partner Baumia. He isn't.
Yeah.
He says he's not, right? It doesn't mean he will not be.
No, but if he's
But
called
he's
upon,
not scheming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just there and I was called upon. So, Agric Minister woos rice investors in Thailand to Ghana. And we have Julius Siam receives national honor. Umaru Sanda Amadu also receives national honor.
Yeah.
Farouk Aliu Mahama wishes Yendi Muslims Ramadan Kareem. And those are the headlines on the front page of the Inquisitor.
Now the Informer. State must support political parties, Mahama proposes. Kejitia Inferno, Napo traders decries irresponsible trading activities. Minister woos investors in Thailand. Poverty, people's enemy, Baumia declares, pledges government support for Yagbong Vura. Concerns over appointment to EC board, CDD appeals to Akufo-Addo.
All right. Thank you very much for your time with us. We are going to take a quick break. Before we do that, let me just let you know that it's a conversation we're going to have shortly, right? And I want you to call us. We'll put out the phone number shortly. The question we're asking is, which Ghanaian dish tastes better as leftover? Okay? Let me explain. There's some food when you cook it, it's nice. You enjoy it and everything else. But when you return to the food the next day, you're like, it's even nicer now.
It's a gas make.
Than yesterday. After 2 days, the night just said, I yet champion. And that's what we're asking.
Is it bus 1 or bus 2? People say, I yet popoche. Today's bus is not.
I know, right? I yet popoche. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the question we want to ask you, okay? Which Ghanaian food do you know and like that you know it always tastes better as leftover, carry forward, or next day food is nicer? Okay, some people say kanzo, some people say abenkwan, different things. We want to hear from you. So we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get into that conversation.